To Lucero's Makerspace. Miss Jessica here, and today we're going to make dream catchers. Now, why the world is she doing dream catchers? Well, I kind of want to do a flashback back into the 60s and 70s of what was popular during that, kind of just what was popular of what everyone was making. And I did some research, so I'm going to quickly look at my notes just so I get my facts right. Um, Dreamcatchers were adapted in a movement that was going on at that time of it's called Pan Indian Movement, and they wanted to do a unity with all the tribes, and that's where they came up with focusing on the Dreamcatcher, especially since it's a round thing. And why I'm doing the 60s and 70s here in Makerspace is to kind of go with our All Polo Reads, which is centered around the Vietnam War, so the same time period of the 60s and 70s. So kind of just seeing what was going on here at home in America. And traditionally, dream catchers are made out of natural things. So today I'm going to do kind of like a personal twist on it. And the wonderful thing about dream catchers are you can personalize them however you want to go with whatever vibe you're having in your room or wherever you want to put them. And we'll talk about the history and kind of the story behind them and how what do they do. So let's go over this quick supplies. Um, I was thinking, you have your basic ring shape here. You can easily buy these at the store. If you don't have a ring, you can do wire or a clothes hanger and just please be careful when you clip these off and then just it's easily movable. But you can form it into a circle or mini layers of the wire. Just want to make sure it's secure, or even paper. And I just traced this out with a bowl and a saucer just to give me that form. And we'll build onto it with our yarn or your string or your ribbon, however you want to decorate your ring. You can also add feathers, which traditionally they used and still use today. Um, Beads, anything like that. Thread, possibly. Of course, scissors. And sometimes it's nice to have a hot glue gun just to make sure everything's staying put. So, we're going to go into how to make one. So, over here, I already did a simple wrap out just time. I'm just going to show you exactly how I did it. Just grab the little hot glue. Whoop. And be careful with your fingers, it's hot. Just gently put it on there. And then just wrapped it around, all the way around, and pulling it tight. And occasionally you might put a little more extra hot glue just to secure it. But if you're doing it really tight, it shouldn't need that. But like I'm pulling this really tight. So that's how you do that. And I already did one here. And I kind of wanted just a little more natural look, so I just covered up my ends because it wasn't really smooth the way that I liked it. So I just covered that up with some string. Now the fun part is making your webbing. And you can use any kind of string. The best thing to do is to do a simple knot. On here. And traditionally, dream catchers are made by hand. So this is the tricky part, but once you see it a couple times, you'll see what I'm doing. So I'm going to try to do this backwards. So I'm going to grab my working string, I'm going to pull it forward, and then I'm going to kind of twist this up so I'm not making a mess. I'm going to grab my working thread, go under and through my little loop that I just made, and pull that tight, as tight as I want it. I'll show you guys again. So I go under, over, and then under my little
hole that I just made. You can see our little line there. And we'll make this tighter. So I'm going to go over again and under. And if you need some inspiration on like colors or how you want to make them, just look online and there's some beautiful handmade pieces of art in the form of dream catchers. So I went under and then over again through my hole. And you're going to continue this until you reach about 6 or 7 times, or until you get to your where you start. And hopefully you don't make a knot with your working string like I just almost did. Like I said, this is so much fun that you can do your favorite colors maybe, or if you're doing a theme in your bedroom, because originally these are designed to watch over little children or people who are sleeping so that they don't have nightmares. So as the legend goes, there was an old lady whose name was Spider Woman, and her job was she was the spiritual protector of her tribe, and she wanted to protect her tribe. But as the family and the tribe grew, they spread out, and she couldn't watch over everybody. So she created a dream catcher to catch all the bad dreams, and then the good dreams float down through the feathers. So I came back to the beginning, and I'm going to do it again, exact same thing. But I'm going to go through the row I just made. So it went over, under, and then over again and through. And you're just going to continue doing this. And you want to make sure it's kind of right there in the middle. So I'm going to go over, under, and through. Just going to pull it. Once you work at it, it will become tighter. Whoops, forgot to go back under. There's that one. Gather this up so I don't tangled up again. And if you had a smaller spool, that would be nice too. But I wanted to get this string in here. I just want to quickly show you just how fun and easy this is. And if you mess up, you can easily go back and do it again because you're not tying any, or it's just a matter of like a web that you're making and you're not gluing anything in. So it's very forgiving. Whoops. So you can continue on until you get to the shape that you want or that you can't weed any web anymore. So I'm going to stop right there just for time. But you can continue going on. So I'm just going to tie off, just do a simple knot in the middle here. And you can make that a little tighter and snug as you go. Kind of like the looseness. So there's that. Oh, I got my little tail here. So this is going to be the top, and then don't forget to do your hanger. So you can twine. And just make a simple hanger. I'm just gonna fold this in half, loop it around, go through, make sure that's nice and secure. If you want to put hot glue, you can, and then just do a simple tie. And there you go. So we're gonna hang it up. Now the fun part, you can add ribbon, string, however you want, and then of course attach your feathers down here at the bottom, and add beads if you want to embellish it. So, what color do I want to do more? Got some thread here. And I'm gonna actually grab some hot glue. Just very gently put that on there. And then if you want to cover that up, you can wrap it around if you want, or even wrap it up with thread, whatever you have around your house. And that's the fun part about this project. And any projects that we do here at Makerspace. A little bit of hot glue there. And wash my fingers. And then I would do, oops, come back here. Hot glue stuck to me instead of the feathers. Don't you just love that when that happens? Okay, this should be good now. And then I would just tie that on there, and there you guys go. Let me attach this so you guys can actually see the finished piece. If you want to get precise, you can measure this out. Sometimes it's nice just to go kind of go with the flow. I love these colors. And then of course you can cut the tails off that you might have. And there you guys go. Hope to see you guys next week. And next week we'll be doing toothbrush robots. So sign up for a kit if you want one. I have a limited amount. So bye for now.